welcome to another episode of the Overcrank. And today I'm joined by the lovely Sophie, and she's got a fun story to tell us. So, Sophie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I am doing well, thank you. Before coming on the air, I was having a mild aneurysm trying to get into Riverside. Get your stuff in order, man. Anyway, Sophie, I wanted to talk to you today because I was watching one of your videos, which was very well done, by the way.
Thank you.
I may say. Particularly, but there's two. There was one with a suitcase, and there was one with like a camera sack.
Okay.
Let's focus. Well, first, let's focus on the big one, the suitcase. This is no hate. It was very well done. And I was like, this clearly is some kind of brand deal because she is selling this suitcase really well. So I want one now. So tell me, how did that start? How did you approach them? Or did you start with a media kit, or how did that start?
Okay, first of all, I'm curious which video you're talking about, because for that particular suitcase, I've posted a long form and a short form.
Oh, I think it was a long form. It was the orange one, and you were showing all the ways that you could use the suitcase and how well designed it is.
Yeah.
And your cat tried to join in on the fun as well at some point. I remember that being.
Well, speaking of which,
what's your cat's name?
Freya.
Freya. Oh, nice.
Freya. Yes, she's a girl.
She's a girl. Well, nice to meet you, Freya. And tell me about how you got that suitcase situation going.
Absolutely. So actually, they reached out to me. Very simple. But this is, I feel like, part of a bigger topic because I've been kind of newer into a brand deal space, but also I've been in touch with brands for about 3 years now, if I'm being honest. So the whole story began when I started posting on my Instagram a little bit more consistently and trying to experiment. And that started bringing brands trying to collaborate with me pretty fast. But I was completely unprepared to do it. So I messed up in all kinds of ways. So I would feel like since the beginning of this year is the first time I'm trying to actually come at it with some sort of strategy and trying to do it better than just being completely new to the space and overwhelmed by brands being like, hey, you want some free stuff and make a video for it? And I'm like, yay, of course.
That's where I'm at right now.
Oh, that's fun. I mean, congrats. Welcome to the space.
The free stuff.
Yes.
Go ahead.
I'm also curious to ask you, because you've talked in one of your other videos that since you became monetized, brands started reaching out to you and started offering you free stuff. And I'm curious, did that happen before, or did that kind of happen around your monetization?
It was right around monetization. I feel like, and we'll get back to yours. You just sidetracked. I want your story.
Yeah, I did.
But I noticed. Have you ever seen like TubeBuddy?
Yes.
So it's like a plugin. I find it interesting because I'm a all-in Mac guy, so I'm usually always in Safari, and TubeBuddy is set up on my Chrome account. When I went over there after being monetized, I was like, wow, that really shows a lot of information to people I don't know if they have this plugin.
I've never used it, but I've just seen other people on YouTube showcase it.
Yeah, like I can go to pretty much anybody's channel and it kind of tells you this is what we estimate they're making, this is their views. Like it gives a lot of data. And I was like, oh, so I feel like the brands who are savvy are using something like TubeBuddy or whatever, and they're just kind of going through and like, oh, here's someone who's just starting to pop off. Let's talk to them because they know they can get us free at the beginning.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
And I think that's what it was. I actually, I have a video coming up soon, which I think is going to be very interesting to everybody, just as a plug for a future video. A brand reached out to me with AI glasses. So as opposed to Meta's, they have a very low cost option, which is kind of ideal for someone like me because I'm not going to commit to, I wear prescription lenses. I like these. I like that they're light. I'm not going to be trying to carry around 2 pairs of glasses for when those batteries need charged or whatever throughout the day. But every once in a while, I'd like to be able to pull that out and do the FPV stuff, you know? And so for this much lower cost entry, I can see well enough without my glasses to kind of set up my camera gear and do all that. I can pop those on, hit record, do the thing, and put them back away. Makes sense. Something to look forward to. They're
Interesting.
clearly not as well developed as Metas. Metas are intense.
Hmm.
But again, for the cost, you're like, yeah, this is fine as an accessory to put in my camera bag.
How much are they approximately?
$99.
Oh, interesting.
Right.
That is
It's a
not a lot.
very good price point. Shoots video,
Hmm.
shoots photo, records messages, can translate in real time.
Nice.
That's about it, I think. It doesn't do all the stuff, put the stuff on your screen, on the lenses and all that
I
jazz.
mean, there are sunglasses. You're asking a
Right.
lot.
I know. They play great.
Yeah,
They play music too, which is really nice.
nice.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's very, all the sound on your phone comes through on it. I'm like, this is
Hmm.
pretty wicked cool. And
Also,
that's coming soon.
that's super interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have the Meta sunglasses, and I've had
Okay.
them since they first released them, like the Meta ones, not the Snapchat ones. So
Yeah.
for about also like 3 years now, I legit wear them every day. I love those things so much.
Yeah. Well, and
And
see, you're
I got the
fortunate.
one.
You're fortunate
I
because
got
you're
the
not a
ones that like
glasses
change the
person.
lenses,
Oh, nice.
like from sunglasses to like transparent. And I
Oh,
know you can
nice.
put prescription lenses in there too.
You can, but I asked that at Costco and they're like, because I get my glasses at Costco and they were like,
Okay.
oh, we don't recommend you do that here because their process, at some point in the process, all glasses get treated the same and they're submerged in water and they go through a treatment process. And we're like, we'll probably ruin the glasses through our
Yeah.
process of creating glasses. So I was like, well, that's a bummer. I know you can get them, and it's
Um,
probably, you probably would just have to pay a premium, like going to like Lens Crafters or something. I know
Probably.
it's an option. I just like, I really didn't want to commit to it. I was
True.
like,
I mean, maybe your next collab is going to be with them, so
that would be all right. Let's go.
right?
Yeah. Because Brent brings those along and they are great for BTS stuff. I'm always like, dude, can you send me those files when we're on
Hmm.
shoots?
They're pretty
So they're
amazing.
really neat for that.
I post a lot of like stories from
Oh,
shoots when I don't really want to set up a 360 camera or something. I just press the button and then it records.
actually, I'm going to make a note to that. We're going to come back to the 360 camera because we're going to talk
Okay.
X6.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm curious. I've
Yeah,
seen some ads.
it looks wild. Anyway, so back to like, I guess what I'd like to do is try to, if you don't mind, get a blueprint for people like who are watching as to how might I do what Sophie did? How did you begin this brand deal odyssey?
um, this is gonna be really silly, but I've discovered that working with brands where it's kind of like, don't laugh at me, but like it's very similar to manifesting.
Okay.
Basically, I've tried all kinds of approaches to working with brands because obviously I want to work with cool companies. And when I got into content creation, I'm like, I'm seeing all these creators work with like my favorite companies. How do I do that too? So I started researching and looking at other videos, and I started doing a lot of outreach, finding those marketing emails, doing like media kits, websites, stuff like that. And it produced such mediocre results that it wasn't really worth like my efforts. But what really started attracting brands, and especially recently in the last couple of months, I've really started ramping up my content. I started posting more on YouTube, more on Instagram, trying to kind of diversify my content and just hang out with my audience as much as possible. Be like
Yes.
genuine, be me, and just create content about whatever I like. That is what like opens the floodgate to brands reaching out to you.
Okay.
So the best way to find brands to work with is to create content that you know they will need. You just post your
Ah,
content, they find you. There's no, like, you can't control it in a very precise way. You just gotta put your stuff out there and it's gonna happen. Another,
that
so this is like a woo woo way of saying this, but another practical way that I've seen like confirmation for this is I've watched one of the YouTubers like explain how she works with brands. And I don't know how she got into it. I think that's something you see from the brand side, from like the brand's marketing manager side, but they have websites and tools to like scrub social media and filter creators by all sorts of things.
Yep.
So if you post consistently and like talk about certain topics and start gaining momentum, you're going to show up there, and brands hang out there and look for creators there. So I feel like that's a lot more, um, that's a lot better way to attract, like show up in brand searches than outreach, because they
Yep.
must be receiving like hundreds and thousands of emails every day from creators who don't really know
Yeah.
what they're doing, and they're just spammed with those, and they don't really pay attention to those, on top of it being very hard to actually find the proper contact of the proper person who's looking for influencers to collaborate with. I feel like
Yeah.
it's much easier and much better for you and your personal brand to just keep posting the stuff that you want to be paid for in the future. And that's going to lead you along like a lot further than sitting and writing emails all day.
That's a smart, I think that's the smartest approach. And so ask what it's asking of you and you, the audience, is that in our world, in video world, that's called a spec project. So basically you're doing work for free, hoping to get the work, but it does pay off
Exactly.
because if you're,
Mm-hmm.
like you said, consistent and out there, they will find you. And I didn't realize that till I became part of the YouTube partner program, because they actually then, I don't know if you've turned this on, but in the back end of the system, you can be like, you can start setting this thing up to where brands can reach out to you on YouTube. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
Kind of like
oh,
a media
this is,
kit thing.
yeah, the media kit thing's cool too.
Mm-hmm.
It gives, up to date each day. It's here's their data, here's their viewers, here's their subscribers, and it kind of puts all that information in their lap for the people who are doing what you said. They're sort of scrubbing and looking for it.
Mm-hmm.
So I know you're new to the space. This is the trickier part is, and this is what I've been having to figure out, is people will approach me and I'm like, what's the number I want to tell them for me to make a video? Because my day rate for video is fair. I live in a not high cost area, so I have to make my day rate accordingly. I'm not like, I can't charge LA rates here in Northeast Ohio,
Makes sense.
but I still think it's probably way higher than these brands realize how much it would cost to make the video.
Mm-hmm.
Like the review I did for that newer lens for your iPhone, there was 4 hours in shooting. So that'd be a half day that I would charge.
Mm-hmm.
There was a day and a half of editing, so that would be a not cheap thing, but I think they want you to do that for, $100.
Exactly.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's been your experience too.
Yeah. No, brands that are like doing the mass outreach, especially when you were just getting on their radars, I feel like, and like I'm definitely getting into that lower level of like, let's get as many people as possible for as cheap as possible. I'm
Yes.
okay with that because you got to start with something, and
Yep.
a lot of like free collab product seeding kinds of outreach. And I've also had to come to terms with the fact that what you charge for professional videography is not what you can start charging for your kind of like influencing kind of thing, just because with professional videography you've developed this reputation for yourself. You help people make money, especially like in my industry. I shoot a lot of in real estate, and like I directly help my clients make money right away, so I can
Right.
charge these higher prices because I have lots of proof of what my videos are doing for them. But when you're just standing on your personal brand that you've built and there's nothing else to like back you up, you are kind of starting from scratch in a new industry, I feel like. And your
Yeah.
prices have to reflect that because you don't have a lot of proof of making brands money yet. You don't
Correct.
have a lot of proof of like your videos going like viral and getting a lot of engagement, a lot of sales. So I feel like I feel a lot more comfortable starting with a lot lower prices for my personal brand stuff than I do with clients. Even though it's the same vision, is the same gear that goes into it, is the same like, years of practice, and it's kind of the same level of quality of video that they're getting, but that is not the value to them. The value to them is in the results. And until
Yeah.
you can prove that you can achieve like big results, your prices kind of have to stay reflective of that.
Yep. Very valid point. And I think what you're saying is something we talked about on our stream on Tuesday, and that is you kind of have to silo YouTube money from
Hmm.
professional money, and then you
Hmm.
have to be realistic. If I got $100 to do a video, that's by my current monetization about 2 months worth of YouTube video monetization. So that's not
Okay.
bad in
Yeah.
YouTube. Like I've made
Hmm.
$43 so far since I've been monetized, Sophie.
Wow. I've made $1.70. I'm very excited.
So it's like you go like, okay, I gotta be realistic because you and I put a lot of time here, and to
Hmm.
make enough for like a dinner isn't great, but it's pretty awesome
Yeah.
because but that being said, then you go like, okay, well, if I got $100 or 100 $200 worth of merch, that's a pretty good deal for my YouTube life.
Hmm.
Um, what's been your experience post making that? Are you going to reach out with them again? Are you able to build a relationship with that? Let's
Okay.
shout out that brand anyway. What is that brand?
Before we go into that, I want to say
Yeah.
two things.
Okay.
One thing is that with client work, you're getting paid and you're kind of building your portfolio. But with
Right.
YouTube, I consider it, even if I get a free product and no money, or if I get like a little bit of money, like $100, I am still making a YouTube video. That is still like a brick into my personal brand, which is a lot more valuable than those $100. So it's a nice support, but what's the most important is that it's another video, it's another proof to other brands what I can make for them. So that's infinitely more valuable than the little money that I'm getting at the start. And another point is
100%.
that,
Yeah.
yes, when you're getting free products, that is considered income and you might have to pay taxes for it.
Okay.
When you're just
Good
getting into
point.
brand deals, it's important to research that and know that, like how to disclose that properly. And the thing is, with if somebody's just sending you PR and like not requesting anything in return, that's not taxable. But if somebody's sending you a product and being like, "Can you make a video for us in return?" that is considered payment, so you have to pay taxes for it.
Good point.
That is also something to
Um,
keep in
and before I go back to my original question, the other thing I noticed that was interesting is once I became part of the YouTube Partner Program, if YouTube's AI can figure out what I'm talking about, I have kind of been lying in my videos. I'm like, this is not spot, or this is, I'm not getting paid for this. Blah blah blah. These are my. Apparently, I can earn money even from YouTube because I've noticed in the corner, like it tags a product and a little QR code came up and it says earns commission over it. And I'm like, when did that happen?
That's
So people,
insane. What?
YouTube, yeah. If you go to, if you after this, watch my review on that newer lens on a
Okay.
computer, on a computer, you'll
Hmm.
notice this thing comes up in the corner, like it shows a little QR thing with the picture of the lens, and it's like earns commission. I'm like, I didn't know that was happening. So like
That is
their
interesting.
AI goes through your script
But
and was
like,
like, oh, that product we know we can sell here.
yeah, what does the QR code lead to? And is that an affiliate link?
I have no idea because I didn't set it
Gotta
up.
be, right?
I think it's something. I think it's affiliate for YouTube. Like YouTube's making the money, and I get a percentage of that. That's all I can guess because
That is
it,
wild.
I don't know if it goes. Yeah, I don't know. Watch it and see if it comes up because I was like
Oh,
watching
well,
it and
yeah.
I was watching it and I was like, wait a minute, how did that get there? I didn't put that in the video, but now they're actively trying to also help me sell, which is let's go
I mean,
YouTube.
yeah, cool.
no,
Thanks.
no problem. So
Honestly,
what was
YouTube is being so helpful.
they are and we shared in a little bit of the grumpiness about this 8,000 hour threshold,
Mhm.
but the reality is, and you've probably seen this, once you get the ball rolling, the 4,000 to 8,000 happens a lot faster than the 0 to 4,000
True.
because I was struggling, and now I mean I'll probably hit 8,000 by the end of this year anyway. So I would have just been it would have been a later entry point for me, but it's a pain. But I think we're all hoping it kind of peels out some of the AI slop.
Yep, for
Hopefully.
sure. Yeah. I am really not mad at it because I mean, you can make a living from YouTube. And if they make you try a little bit harder for that, it's only fair. I mean, 4,000 watch hours is still a lot, but like
Yeah.
you'll get there and you'll get to 8,000. Like
Yeah.
we'll be fine.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just a matter of what we talked about on the other one is you have to treat it like a job. There's no
Mhm.
magic. There's no magic and there's no easy,
There's no like
every
tricks.
once, what's that?
There's no tricks.
Right. Yeah.
People go like, what are tricks to make to be monetized on YouTube? I'm like, you just gotta post.
You got to post. You got to post a lot. You got to treat it like a part-time job.
Mhm.
I mean, that's the bottom line. Every once in a while, someone hits lightning in a bottle. They got 1 million views on their first video. That's not going to be you. Sorry, it just doesn't happen. And
Or
I think,
I recently came across that post again with the dude that posted 10 hours of fireplace,
oh yeah,
and he's made like 1.5 million by now. That's it.
yeah.
Instead, that's the only video on the channel.
The view hours, man. That's beautiful. So let's go back to your suitcase now. What was the brand?
Absolutely.
I can't remember.
The brand is called Level 8.
Level 8.
And
We'll put them up there on the screen.
Yeah, I think they're genuinely cool suitcases. Everything I said in the video is pretty cool, and I like the fact that they are pretty. They're very high quality, and the railing system that goes like to the sides creates a little bit more space in the middle. But the point is, so they reached out to me, and I'm actually in the middle of that brand deal right now. It's a 4 video kind of deal, two
cool.
YouTube integrations, and 2 short form videos for 2 different suitcases. Same suitcase, different colors. So my approach, and that's also kind of a journey for me because when I would get products sent to me in the past, I would like go, because I started with Instagram, not YouTube. I'm kind of newer to YouTube, but I would go on my Instagram and then be like, hey, a brand sent me this. It's cool. You should check it out. That's it. That's the whole video. Like no story, no anything, just pure promotion. And that's why I didn't go far with brand deals yet. Those videos, like nobody cares about that. And it's clearly I'm making something which very often was just a product from that. And I don't think I generated a lot of sales. So I've been trying to, first of all, filter brands I work with a lot more rigidly. So I wouldn't promote something I wouldn't genuinely use. And when I do accept something for a promotion, I'm trying to illustrate it from a point of storytelling and not just here's the product, here are the features. That is a lot harder to do just because you gotta find a story in your life where you would genuinely use this product, especially within quite a tight time frame because turnarounds and like deadlines are pretty short with brand deals. And you got to film it in a way that, you're not lying to your audience. It is completely genuine. So I am actually working on the second video for the second suitcase right now. And it's a very interesting process, which kind of also ties into the whole process that I'm trying to make my content in general more about storytelling and not just, kind of make it go deeper than just making videos about cameras and all. So that is a big learning curve right now.
Well, and that's part of it. I think your background in real estate helps, and it's something I come from sort of a similar background. And so what you're saying is, you've got this product and now you have to put on your marketer's hat. We're no longer a video producer, I'm a marketer. What sells this product? And how do I craft a story around that? Then you get to become video producer again and storyboard and come up with a plan. But that's, I think, what would be the most successful, because again, I saw that video and I was like, the thing that was most compelling to me about that suitcase was what you just said. I love that those handle stanchions or whatever you want to call the posts go down the side, because both of my cases, you're like, these poles, it gets in the way of the shoes. It's just like, it's a whole problem every time. So I was like, what a brilliant design. Clever.
Somebody really thought about it.
Yeah. Like it's such a simple thing. Like, I see a lot of people putting out these suitcases with all these other features. And I'm like, this is the one I care about, that I can fit my stuff in there.
I agree. They
Yeah.
actually have
And
another model that I'm really curious about. I'm not collaborating with them on that one. I hope I might. But it basically opens up, my parents called it like a fridge. It's a
oh,
suitcase, but it doesn't open like half and half. Only one side of it opens. So you're left with this giant trunk that you can just pack with like bigger,
oh,
bulkier objects. And I
yeah.
think that is actually a game changer.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'll be looking forward to seeing that one if you get it.
Hopefully, we'll see.
So have you gone to the back end of your YouTube channel and pumped up the what do I want to say, the media kit and stuff, and like chosen the things you wanted to display, or are you just kind of letting it go on autopilot so far?
I have turned it on when I was prompted to, but I didn't know that you can actually go in and customize it. So I've not done that yet.
It's really cool. You can go in and there's multiple fields, and you can take fields out if you're like, that's not relevant to my people. That is
Nice.
relevant. It's sort of like a Squarespace kind of a thing, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Like you can put the modules and tell it where it should sit, kind of like how you build your channel page, and you can say, I want this playlist to be first, and da da da.
Hmm.
It's like that. And then you can say, well, I really would rather they watch these videos, because it kind of just randomly picks some. I want them
Hmm.
to see the videos where I'm selling a product or talking about a product, not
That's
just,
gonna be so useful.
yeah. So I would
Hmm.
recommend that to anybody who's just gotten into the partner program, to definitely get in there and start playing with your media kit, because
I
they're going
agree.
to go pull that from the other end. Um,
True.
so that's your suitcase deal. So you also had a really cool little camera bag, which I love. I have this like, that little tan one.
Yes, like a small one, like this
Yeah.
size.
Yeah. It
Hmm.
was really small. I, I really want one of those light colored ones, but I feel like it looks very feminine. And I'm like, I'm not sure that's going to go with my whole vibe. Cause there's one I almost pulled the trigger on. I was like, my wife's going to think that's for her when it gets here. And I'm going to lose that bag.
You just gotta get to.
Yeah. Oh, it cracked me up because
I.
my wife is a type 1 diabetic, and she just ordered something, and because she wants to keep like her needles and stuff, and it needed a little pouch. She ended up getting a Moment bag, and I'm like, you got a Moment
Oh,
bag? Yeah. She was like, I like the pockets and everything. I'm like, okay, I don't know how you
yeah,
got
they're
there.
great bags.
Yeah. Like, that's pretty cool. So the bag you were working with, who was that?
That is PGY Tech. They're
Oh, I like their
actually
stuff.
so. That is another kind of form of collaboration with me. And by the way, the thing about Level 8 is that this is the first brand that's ever found me on YouTube. They requested a collaboration specifically on YouTube, which is
Okay.
pretty unique to me. I have no idea how they found me. Magical brand ways, you know.
Right.
Yep.
Yep.
So that was kind of a milestone for me of somebody actually wanting me to create stuff on YouTube and not just Instagram. But PGY Tech is actually a brand that I've loved for a long time. I've gotten a backpack. So I think all of my camera bags that I use right now are from PGY Tech. Like, they're great, they're amazing. And I've
Yeah.
actually, that is one of the brands that I reached out to, I believe. It might have been um, like synced up from both sides. I was reaching out to them and they were reaching out to me. But point is, I had a backpack that I kind of bought with my own money. I asked for it as a gift for Christmas. Um, that I genuinely use every day, and I was tagging them in like all of my stories whenever I use them, and I
Oh,
was talking about them a lot.
yeah.
And then I genuinely don't remember whether that's me reaching out to them or them reaching out to me. But point is, we've collab with them, free collab product for videos, on that little bag, on a phone kind of shutter button for a phone, the
Mhm.
magic like grip for the phone, which is pretty
Yep.
cool. And then I asked them specifically for something that I wanted, like a smaller backpack and their SD card reader cases. I'm like,
Oh,
hey, I'm
yeah.
going on this trip. This would be really useful. Can I have it? And I'll make a video about it, obviously. And they sent it to
Yeah.
me, and I'm like, wow, this is amazing.
That was a cool piece of kit that I forgot
True.
about, you
Yeah.
reviewed
No,
that.
everything they
Yeah.
make is pretty amazing. And that small
Yeah.
bag is very, very useful for like a smaller camera, like pocket, extreme use, whatever.
Mhm.
But their backpacks and their SD card reader cases are the things that I actually really, really love. The bigger backpack I use all the time for like bigger shoots, like real estate shoots. And the smaller one, it's perfect for like hiking and, the smaller jobs. They're so well thought out. I always think about PGY Tech as they've seen what Peak Design makes, listened
Mm.
to people's comments about Peak Design, and made it better.
Interesting.
that's
Yeah,
that's my impression of PGY Tech.
I have one of their bags. And it was really neat. The only thing I'm not sure about it. The nylon on it is very soft. I'm like, I don't know if this is going to get torn easily or not. But it's a neat little sling satchel. And the clever thing they did about it is like it has two options. So it's got a shoulder strap, and it's like
Oh, I have
rope,
one of those too.
and it's got the rope things. And it's like,
Mhm.
did you know the shoulder strap was designed to also be used as a camera strap if you need it?
Ooh. I mean,
You take
you could do
you
that.
unclip the little carabiners, and it should clip right into your camera D rings. And I was like,
I mean,
that is so
yeah, why
cool.
not? That is
Yeah,
pretty
that's
smart.
thinking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like very forward thinking, because the rope on the bag will still turn into like now
A
a
handle.
handbag, a handle that you
Mhm.
could carry, and I've got your camera. I was like,
And it's
very clever.
expendable, and like just
Yeah,
the fact that it's expendable and how it's made inside is just so thought out. That is also something I did about with my own money and talked about it a lot, just because I genuinely liked it.
yeah. That's one of those ones. Once my wife saw it, she's like, I like that bag. I'm like, yes, that's my camera bag. Just my camera bag. but
They
I
make it in a cute purple lilac color.
Oh
You
yeah,
should get one for your wife.
there we go. Yeah, yeah. That's probably what will end up happening. Yeah, so I would like to work with K&F, for instance. Like I use a
Mhm.
lot of their products, their lenses, their filters, not their lenses, their filters, and bags. I like their products as well. So there are a couple of brands out there that I feel like probably not hard to reach out to, because um, they're always, I think, looking for ways to reach a larger audience, and the YouTube community is wonderful for that, because they don't really have to pay anything.
Exactly.
You know, their hard cost of those items is probably very low.
Mhm.
So for them to send that to you, and now they get a well produced, like I said, your one video, I was like, man, it's almost like an infomercial. It's so well done, and that would cost thousands of dollars if they
For
paid someone
sure.
to do that. There's an art director,
Mhm.
a director of photography, an editor, like all these, and you're just like, oh no, Sophie made it. It's great.
Yep.
So I think it's a really fun, and this is something we talked about earlier in the week, and that is the YouTube money is not that great unless you're like Casey Neistat. You
Like
really need to become
AdSense
an
money.
entrepreneur. You need to be an entrepreneur and figure out what it is you sell. And to me, I'm even thinking, what I've seen is I kind of want to make my own products to sell. So you'll see coming up shortly in some of my new videos, it'll be like, hey, this video is sponsored by me, and
Oh, I love those. I'm
here's my
looking forward to
t-shirts.
those.
Yeah, and the t-shirts I've sold a couple, and like I had another
Nice.
sale last night, and I was like, sweet, because
Oh,
I was like, thank you so much, whoever it was that bought that. I should have written down your name, but like, what I appreciate about that is that person had to go down into my description, find a link, go to the link, then make the purchase. This was not like a one and done click. So the fact that someone's willing to take that effort, if I can make it a little easier, maybe I can have more people who are interested in the purchase. So we'll see how sponsoring my own videos
oh
works
yeah.
out.
I hope it goes great.
Yeah. And it's
um,
just one of those things. Go ahead.
I've also watched a couple of videos. There's this guy that makes really great content about YouTube. I forgot his name, totally blanked, but we can maybe find him and put him down somewhere. Anyways,
Okay.
he always says that an estimate is that whatever you make from AdSense in YouTube is 1/3 of what people usually make
Yeah.
in general from their YouTube. And those 2/3 come either from brand deals or selling their own stuff. So like when
Yeah.
you think about making money from YouTube, it's probably not going to be all ads. It's probably going to be ads are great. They're like a
Yeah.
nice little bonus, but you should really be focusing on, if you want to make money, on like
Yeah.
brand deals, because those will come. Like if you talk about an
Yes.
industry that like sells product, or even I feel like you can make like brand deals in any industry and selling
Mm-hmm.
your own stuff, which um I see people complain all the time that there's like an overflow of courses from like
Yeah.
everybody and their mother creates courses. But also, I'm not really mad about that because whenever I see a person doing something that I also want to do, I do buy a course from them because I
Yep.
really want to learn from them specifically. And like, if everybody that I admire had a course, I would happily buy every single one because, I'm happy to pay for knowledge that they're sharing that they've accumulated over the last like 15 years. So I think
Yep.
that's also a great way to kind of like monetize your audience, not in a evil salesy way, but like
No.
you're sharing something with the world, you should get paid for it.
Well, and that's the thing I always, that's the other thing that happens in our space a lot is everybody's going to LUT to sell. But you know
Yeah.
what? I don't hate that either because most people are being pretty reasonable about their price, and I'll drop $19 to get a pack of 5, 10 LUTs. And I have like a LUT
Absolutely.
library now, which like I don't even use them all the time. But when I want one, I'm like, oh, I got the look now. Um,
Hmm.
I don't hate that because I'm not a colorist. I've admitted
Same.
that. I'm limping along to get my color right on my Luna, but to have a library of LUTs, that's a great. I don't care. Uh, Matty Hapoya is very good with his. He's got those. He's got motion graphics and stuff. The only thing that's bumming me out is his most recent package, which I really wanted. He made it for DaVinci, and I'm like, I'm not a DaVinci guy, but
What are you
it,
editing on?
Premiere.
Oh, okay.
I'm just I've been using the Adobe Cloud ever since I got into this business, and I'm just sort of like I can do it in my sleep. It's so easy for me,
Hmm.
um, and I like the integration from Photoshop to Illustrator to Premiere to then using Audition to clean up my audio. Like it all just kind of
It's
interworks,
an
and I like
ecosystem. Yeah.
that. It's expensive, and I wish it wasn't, but it just works so well. And I
Hmm.
haven't been, and in fact, they just released, Peter McKinnon just did a video about it. I need to watch it about their new color package in there that looks very much more like DaVinci. Like they're kind
Ooh,
of getting into deeper into that colorist world. And I'm like, oh, that would be nice. So
interesting.
yeah. But if do you use DaVinci?
I do.
Yeah. Maddie's, he has a package of, I don't know what the price was, of like motion graphic, just titles. And I was like, oh, these are so cool. They're like his vibe. And you just buy the package and it works right in DaVinci. So there's a plug for you, Maddie. You're welcome. I'm a
Honestly,
fan
I
of
might
that.
go
I
get
love that
it.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
It's,
I'm kind of newer into DaVinci and I'm newer into like more complex editing and I need the help of like pre-packaged stuff, basically like titles and graphics and transitions. And I also
oh,
have
yeah.
a couple of LUTs that I bought. I'm pretty sure I bought Peter McKinnon Lightroom settings before.
Oh, yeah.
Also Chris House, they're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I do have a couple of LUTs that I bought, and it's always such a great investment. First of all, it teaches you something about the colors you like and like how it's constructed, how to make it your vibe. Also, it
Yeah.
supports people that you get a lot of value from, so that's
Yeah.
always a win.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a low price for me to pay that guy who I watch him every week or, a couple times a
Hmm.
week. And it's like, and I like his stuff, want to support him. And I like the look. There are some people who are lazy with their LUTs. You've probably seen them and you're just like, everybody kind of does this like green dingy thing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's why is
I
everybody doing
mean,
this look? It's not a good
I
look.
do understand wanting to make your footage look not standard, and like
Yeah.
if that's the only thing accessible to you,
Yeah.
that's what we're ending up with. But yeah, I'm also kind of struggling with LUTs right now because I want to make it a certain way that I see in my head, but I'm
Yeah.
also pretty lazy with my lighting, and I know that most of it probably comes from lighting.
Lighting makes a huge difference. It's a classic rule. Get it right in camera first, and then do
Yes.
everything else later. Uh, Lighting does make a difference, which was funny. I was watching another video by Matty Hapoya about this new. If you haven't seen this, someone has built a camera that has a gimbal that pops out of it. So there's a gimbal cam on your phone now, which
No
is,
way.
I think
Which
it's a
is
little
doesn't
much,
make
too many
sense. Yeah.
breakpoints. And that's the whole reason I got a pocket phone because I don't want to use my phone or pocket camera because I don't want to use my phone anymore.
Exactly.
But it was interesting because they let them come to this place where they were releasing it and they had set up all these sets. And I was watching it like, these sets are all lit like Hollywood. Of course, the footage looks great.
Oh yeah.
You have created the most perfect setting for like, look how great this looks. I'm like, I'm pretty sure I could take my GoPro in there and it would look pretty great
Exactly.
too. Because
Exactly.
you set up the perfect environment. Anyway, I digress. So, brand deals, bottom line, you got to just put in work and it starts happening.
Yes. A lot of spec shoots. Just post the content you want to be paid
Yep.
for, and you will. That's it. There's no other way. There's no tricks to it.
And there's two of us here who've had the same experience. I haven't actively done it. Brands came to me all of a sudden, and I'm like, yes, I will do that. So just start making content. And I think also regular content. You need to be
Yes.
a regular producer. You can't just do a once a month gig and expect brand deals, I don't think. You need to be
Absolutely.
out
I
there.
mean, you will get brand deals, but there's also a quantity factor to it. So if you post once a month, you will get your first deal in like 2 years.
Yeah,
But if
right.
you post twice a week, there's probably going to be someone knocking on like at your inbox after a month or two. It's happening pretty fast. As soon as you're semi consistent, stay within kind of the same topics, and as long as you're making decent quality content and being pretty genuine, like don't sound AI, don't sound salesy.
Right.
Also, I see a lot of creators lately just read the script that ChatGPT generated for them, and I'm like, yes, you're making a video, but it's not going anywhere. Like no
Yeah.
human on the other side will appreciate it.
That's funny what you just said, because I had to educate my parents on this a little bit. I have intentionally been very natural in my speech. Just I'm talking to you like I talk to my friends, and I'll say and I say like and I say all these things because that's how I speak. And my dad, when he was younger, one of his first jobs, he was an English teacher, and my mom, and they're texting me, they're like, you need to take some of your word whiskers out for your presentations. I'm like, no, because that's the more perfect it becomes, the more it looks like AI. Like we don't want that.
Yeah,
we
it is.
want
And our
natural,
role,
real.
you gotta be organic.
Yes. And that's great too, because it makes our jobs easier. Like I don't
True.
have to edit as much. I can just talk and have the conversation with you.
Exactly. And you don't have to be pretend to be somebody else on camera, and that actually hurts you more than
Yeah.
it ever could benefit you, which is pretty cool. It's very hard to like get over that because a lot of people when they first start talking to camera, once they don't have like that exposure yet,
Yeah.
They all of a sudden get into a character because they think that's how they need to behave like on the internet, but that's
Yeah.
like you're just hiding behind a mask and like it's not going to go anywhere.
That, and it's hard to maintain. Like he said, hey, welcome to my channel, and we're going to sell you some stuff today. You don't want to be that guy.
No, absolutely not.
So kind of just wrapping up that conversation, I kind of want to jump into, because especially as a real estate agent, I'm sure 360 cameras are something, or not agent, but real estate video person,
Yeah.
are a thing. This new 360 X6, interesting and weird. So,
okay, fill me in on this because the only
Yep.
thing I've seen is like 2 reviews from people I really like, and I know they make great content. And
Yeah.
all they bragged about was that it shoots even higher resolution.
Yep. It
Pretty
shoots.
much
It shoots. They're shooting in 10-bit now, 10-bit
Okay.
and log, and it is. I think the most interesting thing about it is the post-production part of it.
Okay.
So what they have done, and we're going to get into this because this is the part I think is weird. It can now, with its AI, just do the editing for you as you want it, as you shoot it, and you have less editing at the back end. If you say, I want this to track me or whatever, you will get the product spit out specifically without you having to go into their editing suite
Like
and
a
do it.
half-baked video.
Now, 2 things have happened. So I have 2 tangents I want to be on. One is what Colden mentioned, and it's the biggest concern. Now that DJI has got their issues over here, the price on this camera is punchy. It's $700 basic camera, where I can get the DJI 360 cam for like $399 or something like that.
I bet you
$369,
can get extra for even
$299.
like whatever. Yeah, actually.
It is $299. Yeah. And they're great cameras. They shoot 10-bit D-Log. And I don't know about that one, but mine also connects to the microphones.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a significant premium you're charging. I think they also have more internal storage than the new X6. That is a
Oh, really?
significant premium. Where did that come from? I don't know. The other thing feels weird is I'm thinking about this from the perspective of Pokemon Go on steroids. So I upload my footage to your server, your server's editing for me. Who has access to that footage? What is being done with that footage? Is it further training your AI? Do I own this footage? Are you taking over rights of this footage? And unlike Pokemon Go, which mapped the whole world, they admitted later, this maps the whole world in 360 with GPS data. Like, this is what is going on? Like, sounds cool, but I'm like, also, what's happening with this
Pretty
data?
wild. Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting all of this data and visual information for free.
And like whenever AI is involved, like you can be sure it's training their AI, but like imagine training AI in 360 footage. That's pretty wild.
This is my point. This is a wild frontier, and I don't know how I feel about it. Like,
I agree.
I
like, and on one hand, I feel like there's no getting away from it because like we're not really gonna stop it, but also how do we navigate this?
I don't know, but because that's what I'd like. I like to think that on my DJI cam, which everybody is, it's the big bad monster from China, but like, it's on my SD card. I pull it out and I edit it on my computer. I don't feel like, I think they're not getting my footage because I would notice the upload.
Mm-hmm.
This one is built into it. It's uploading and doing the job and working
into a camera. So like you don't even have to connect it to an app or something.
You do connect it to the app later. Well, I think it's connected to I can't remember how the logistics worked. I watched the video where they're pumping it and I was like, this is interesting. How is this working? Because I think it's when you're on a Wi-Fi network, it's doing the thing. And I was like, oh, that is scary, I guess.
If you are not editing your video, who is editing your video?
Who's editing your video? And the other thing about a 360 cam is, I mean, you always end up in it. So your likeness is going somewhere. I mean, that's the cool and wild thing about 360 cams. When you start working in that space, you forget it sees everything except the handle.
True. Yeah, exactly.
But the
handle does exist.
The handle does exist. But that's a scary, I just don't know. You're right. I don't know that we can avoid it, but it's a wild new frontier we're on.
It makes me think of CapCut too, how I think a year ago they released this update that like we can own your data, your videos now, and we use your likeness however we wish. And like, if you want to continue using CapCut, you are okay with it. And so many people still keep using CapCut, uploading tons and tons of footage, like just for them to use, train their AI, sell it. And then I see some people complaining that they see ads with their likeness that they've never created.
That's, I think, what creeps me out. Like, I don't know what my face could end up out there endorsing. That's something I might be morally objected to. Like, no, I don't want my face on that. I don't want to be attached to that, whatever it is.
Exactly. Anyway, I'm gonna just see not being okay with anybody editing my videos.
Right. I mean, that's the weird thing. I don't even know. I think the problem is, I say this, and here I am, an avid iPhone user. They have all of my videos and photos too. So
sync to iCloud right away.
Sync to iCloud. I trust that they're not using it. They say they're not.
Also, my stance on this is kind of, you're not going to avoid somebody using your data completely. So you might as well enjoy the benefits you're getting from, like, iCloud storage and like whatever you like,
Yeah.
then like if you want complete privacy, you're welcome to go and live in the woods. But if you're not doing that, maybe worry about it less.
Yeah. Valid point. Valid point.
Because also, I keep thinking about how everybody has like a Ring camera on their doorbell, and many
Yep.
people are opted into that, like, AI tracking all the time. Like, if you're walking past a house, you are going to be like tracked somewhere. So, might just as
True.
well use your iPhone if you like.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, you make a valid point. There's been a whole bunch of talk in the news about those flock cams. And I get that people feel like their privacy is being invaded. But we just had a situation here in our area where it actually caught a guy who tried to kill a girl. And it
Really?
was a massive police chase all through our town, ended up on a golf course. Like he was driving, he just tore up the town uh, because the flock cam saw his license plates. And it's like, I feel like there's way huge, the upsides are way outweighing the potential for, if you're not
Yeah,
a bad person, what are you worried about?
exactly. Exactly.
That's all I say. I'm not really worried.
Like, the
Like you
worst
just
thing
said,
that's going to happen, you're going to get ads targeted to precisely what you're saying. I mean, you'll
well,
deal with
we do
that.
that anyway. We're going to be talking
Yeah.
about this right now, and I'm going to get an ad on my phone in 10 minutes about what we've been exactly talking about.
Absolutely. The X6 camera, the Ring doorbell.
Yep. It's all part of it now.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
well,
Well, coming back to
Sophie,
brand deals, what
oh,
is
yeah, go
your
ahead.
dream brand deal? What company do you want to
Oh,
work with?
I don't know that I have a dream one yet. Obviously, well, yeah, I do want to work with K&F. I would love to work. I think I would like to work with Insta. I like
Okay.
what they're doing. I also, they don't really have the money, but Audio-Technica here in Stowe has a creator arm, and I do like their equipment as well. I'm trying to, I think Cole and I talked about this, and maybe I'll get your opinion on this, trying to avoid talking about anything specifically in the camera space, like cameras themselves, so that I can remain sort of neutral as we're actually talking about all this stuff.
Why
Because
that?
because the cameras, I have decided I'm no longer going to be loyal to a brand. They're not loyal to me. I'm going to buy the camera that suits my needs to service my customers. That's so it doesn't matter. So I'd rather be
That's a
able to
good
be
approach.
totally neutral in the camera space. But accessories that I use in my job, I would love to, I love them all. I just bought, and you might be interested. I'm going to do a review on it with my own money. The what is that brand? Tilta Alien arm to take the Z-axis, the bounce out of your pocket camera.
Oh, interesting.
So
Yeah,
it was
let
like
me
a
know how
hundred.
that goes.
It's got a handle, and it's kind of cool. I've tested it so far, and boy, you still need to walk carefully. You can't be silly. But now it just floats, and I just love that. I love it. It's a whole other piece of kit, but especially for real estate, if you're trying to uh, create that feel and you're using it in a professional environment, it's worth it to me because it's still way less than dealing with a gimbal or anything else. It's just a little spring arm that turns your pocket camera basically into the what was that thing called? That big pocket or that big cinema camera they made that had the floating head out front that DJI
Oh,
made back in the
the
day.
DJI Ronin
Something,
something something.
yeah,
Okay,
four or something.
well,
Yeah,
actually, I since I've been shooting a lot with real estate, I kind of come across that a lot. And there is one tip I could share with you. I don't know if you know
sure.
it, but like I actually have a camera close to me.
Yeah,
But so my footage is floating right now, and it's just because with all of my pocket cameras, like how most people would shoot is they would walk and they would get
yep.
this wobble. But if you put your camera in tilt lock mode, let me find that. I forgot where it is. Here we go.
In the gimbal settings, yeah,
Yeah, in the gimbal setting, you put it in tilt lock, so like when you angle it down, it doesn't. And you
yeah,
angle it down like this, and then you walk this way, and you
yeah.
walk very carefully. It is floating space, like it's not doing the thing. So like I don't see people angling their cameras like about 45 angles like this, but it's it's a game changer. Like it literally makes your wobble disappear.
I have found the exact same thing. It's one of the things I like about these versus using my big gimbal cam, because that is not as easy a proposition on a gimbal.
I use it with a bigger. Well, I have just a regular one, one handle
Yeah.
gimbal. I
Yeah.
do the same thing. I just angle it down,
Yep.
and it works like a charm.
Okay. Well, there you go. Tips from Sophie. You don't need to spend the money like I did. No, I like my tilt arm.
No,
So-
you enjoy it.
Yeah, I will. So, Sophie, such a joy to have you on again. And I know I'm going to have you back on as soon as I possibly can come up with another topic
Absolutely.
for us to talk about. But
I enjoyed
hope you
it.
guys are awesome. I'm glad to hear that. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you for hanging around this long if you did. And if you did, why not watch the video? I think it's in this corner. And we'll see you soon.